Come on. What happened there? We must be live. Right. So we got a recap of the weekly, well, fortnightly events I've been up to over the last 2 weeks. Wow, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Right, so we've been up in Liverpool for the last 2 weeks, backwards and forwards, setting up some training and some courses and some bits and pieces for the youngsters. Where do we start? Right, so obviously we do all the work up with the Solly, the transport, the transport, the Shrewsbury, the Golden Gloves. I've been speaking to Everton, someone who works in Everton preschool, about speaking to a couple of kids. I went and met a young kid the other day, took him for a session. I can't divulge his name at present, but hopefully we'll be working with him very shortly, doing lots of things. So we're in L5, finishing up a few projects that we'll be speaking about in the next coming weeks. You know, but the football, the boxing, and the training is coming to Liverpool, London, Leeds, Sheffield, and Birmingham. So, as you all see, a couple of weeks ago we come up to Liverpool, dropped off the boxing machine. We'll be going back next week to be doing some training with the boys and getting on with other projects we're looking to develop. I don't like saying too much until we've actually done stuff, because we're action people, right? So we show you what we've done. We don't talk about what we're doing. We're just telling you good things are coming. So I'm not being elusive for any other reason, but until we've achieved our goal, I don't feel we deserve the right to talk about it. So we're working hard behind the scenes. And the analogy I'm going to put out there today, right, is an analogy that was given to me by a friend of mine. And think of it like this. For years, I've been running around like a headless chicken from pillar to post, thinking I was doing the right thing. And the guy pulled me aside about 3 months ago. And he said to me, can I give you an analogy? I said, yeah. He said, I see you're very busy. You're here, there, everywhere. You're working, you're doing. How's your turnover? Now, your turnover is the money that you generate to create profits with, basically, in business. So my turnover hasn't really been that great, but I've been able to earn enough money to get about and do what I'm doing. So he said to me, I understand. He said, I'm going to give you an analogy, and I hope you understand it. So he said to me, just imagine now, you was in an African village, an Indian village, an Asian village, a South American village, a village anywhere on the planet, right? And you was 50 miles or 20 miles, say 20 miles or 10 miles away from, or call it 5 miles away from water. You're 5 miles away from water. So this is the analogy he gave me. He said, one day, a guy comes to the village and picks me and someone else out. And he says to me and this guy, right, here's 2 buckets, come with me. And he takes us on a long walk, about 4 or 5 miles, and we fill up these 2 buckets of waters. Yeah? Bearing in mind, we never had a bucket prior to this. So this was a good idea for us at the time. So we both take 2 buckets each and we start walking back to the village. So we're walking back to the village, and every day we're doing this for about a week, right? So I'm doing this for about a week with this fella, walking back. All of a sudden, the fella disappears. So I think, and this is all part of the analogy, right? So I'm playing the part of the guy, right? So I'm carrying the water. Where's he gone? He's going to miss out. So I carry on. I run back to the village with 2 buckets. Yeah, then I take a slow jog back, get the other 2 buckets, bring them back. So I'm bringing 4 buckets back. So I'm making twice as much money with these 4 buckets than this guy was making. So I'm happy. I'm really happy now. So every day I'm getting up an hour earlier and I'm running down a bit quicker. And then I'm up to 3 journeys a day. And I'm thinking, oh, this is sick. And then basically, after 2 weeks of doing that, 3 weeks of doing that, I started realising that I wasn't selling as much water, because most of the water, because I was rushing, I was losing quite a bit of water. Because I was rushing, there was dust and there was leaves and there was bits in the water, so I had to give a reduced price. But I'm working twice as hard, but I'm still happy because I'm earning money and I'm feeding my family and I'm doing well. Anyway, after about a month, I started thinking, where's matey gone with all the waters? Like, who was helping me with the waters? I wonder what happened to him. So obviously, I naturally assumed he'd pissed off. About 2 weeks later, he comes walking up with a pipe in his hand with a tap on the end of it. He comes up, he said, Marv, you got a minute? I said, yeah. He said, put the buckets down. I said, why is that? He said, come here, I want to show you something. So he took me for a walk for about 5-10 minutes. So I walked for him about 5-10 minutes. And he taps the tap into the ground, turns it on, running cold water. Right? Wow. I thought, wow, how'd you do that? Obviously, the time that he'd gone, where we'd been walking backwards and forwards, me and this guy with his water, he'd actually seen, yeah, hold on a minute. If I do X, Y, Z, and I'll run X, Y, Z to here, then I don't have to carry that water. The water won't get dirty and everybody will get it quicker and they'll get it cleaner. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and get the material and I'm going to build the pipeline and I'm going to put the pipeline in. That's what the other guy went and done. But there was me being the busy fool thinking I'm doing everything correct. Although I was getting everyone water, it weren't the best. Although I was getting everyone water, it weren't the most. But it was getting them water nonetheless. And everybody was happy, so we was content. Right? This other guy put a little bit of hard work in, a little bit of intuitiveness, a little bit of incentive, and a little bit more motivation. He went above and beyond what I was doing, happily, and he created a stream of water forever. Clean and consistent. So when you weigh up them processes, that's predominantly the same principle most of us live our lives by, especially me. I was quick, fast, I wanted everything now. I didn't want to build nothing. So now I've learned how to build. So what we've been building in Liverpool, we're going to be showing you in the next 6 months. It should be ready. And hopefully we're going to be setting up a revenue stream which will grow and continue to help hundreds, thousands, and ultimately millions of people over the space of the next few years. So L5 is where I got my jumpers made. L5 is where I'm living. L5 is where my family is and my friends are. So I've come here for a double-edged reason, right? One, a bit of ego, just to say what it is I'm doing and why it is I'm doing it and who it is I'm directing that at. Because there should be other people, not Marvin Herbert, who's supposed to be a Londoner, who's confused, doesn't know what he wants, doesn't know where he is, doesn't know what he's doing. But yet, I've come to an environment where other people should be doing what I'm doing, yeah? So I'll continue doing what I'm doing and I won't listen to the white noise in the background, because what I am doing is perpetuating the species. I'm helping perpetuate the species so we can all move forward. Now, what I will say today, because now I'm in L5, And it's not because I'm in L5 I'm saying it. It's because everybody that knows me. And even people that don't know me are starting to get to know me, right? Like, I will work alongside anybody that has a positive message to deliver. I will work alongside anybody that has a positive project to aim for. I will work with anybody who needs motivation and advice for anything. Now, people that know, and I love the comments, I love the reactions, I love everything you do, right? Like, I speak to people, I give people advice, and thank you so much. I won't mention so many people because everybody's got their own issues and it's not my place to air their issues, but I've helped a lot of people and a lot of people are thanking me for inspiring them to change. So nothing will make me angry, nothing will make me violent, and nothing will make me go back to prison, no matter how loud it is, how bright it is, or how wild it is. So nothing's going to affect my journey, the Marvin Herbert, right? Nothing, because I've been there, seen it, done it. I've got nothing to prove. I've got nothing to prove, right? So moving forward again, we're going to be setting up a few bits and pieces in the next few months. So I'll be doing a few audiences with Marvin Herbert. But I'm going to release something in the next few weeks, which is going to be epic, yeah? And I think that'll be the launch point for myself. So I don't know whether or not it'll be July, or August that I'll get these dates. But when I get these dates, I'm going to let you all know, yeah? And for those out there that really are behind sending a positive message, all I could ask is that you support me, yeah? Because together, yeah, we can achieve the impossible. Now, the impossible, yeah, in my perspective, is eradicating crime. Yeah? Now, people say, yeah, bollocks, you're talking shit, it will never happen. Well, it can. It can. And the reason why it can, yeah, is because I don't commit it no more. And I know there's villains out there. I know there's criminals out there. I know there's people out there doing exactly what I used to do, right? So I know how they think and feel. No one wants in it. No one. No one. Maybe 1 or 0.5% might want in it, but even they don't want in it. Like, even at the highest time of my life in the criminal fraternity, right, when I was the baddest man on the planet, I got shook. Like, I weren't shook, frightened. I was shook that I've got to go to prison. I'm shook people have got to die. I'm shook these things have got to happen, right? You're not happy these things are happening. So, I mean, even like when you return a bit of bag when one of your mates gets hurt or someone gets killed and everyone's angry and emotions are flying high, yeah? When you've actually got to pick up that tool and when you've actually got to pull that trigger, it ain't as simple as everyone thinks it is. Do you know what I mean? No one really wants to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? At that final point in time, it's always fuck it. Yeah? Now, I can't speak for the absolute criminally insane, but I can speak for the insane of my level, right? And every time or any investigation or any act that I've been involved in where people have been hurt, after I felt terrible, I felt no one deserves that, right? And then I always justified my actions or my friends' actions or people I know's actions by we all choose that life. And maybe that's why I haven't been affected by depression, because I've sort of accepted all my consequences as a way of life and a consequence to my actions, right? So moving forward, yeah, I believe that I've done the impossible. And that's not being big-headed, and that, because people say, Marvin this, Marvin that, but I'm actually skinned. Like, I'm not begging, I'm not asking for anything. I'm just saying, I'm letting everybody know now, yeah, that I ain't got no money. I ain't got no home and no business right now. But I'm in the process of building everything, right? I've got me company, yeah, but no company premises, right? Because I got evicted from my company building because someone pulled my pants down or had me over and robbed me for £100,000+, right? Legally, mind you. They've done it legally, so I can't get angry. I can't chase people. I can't hurt people. I've got to wipe my mouth, go through the courts and see them at a later date. But I've got to get back to where I was. So that's what I'm doing right now. So for all those people out there that say they can't do all without money, it's bullshit. I ain't got a penny, but I'm getting bits and pieces to get by and I'm getting everything done. I'm not asking for charity. I don't want no donations right now. When I'm up and running, everything's running smoothly, then you can donate to the causes in due course. But right now, what I'm demonstrating, is the fact that to turn your life around and become legitimate, you've got to give back to the universe. And to give back to the universe, you have to go without for all you've taken. Do you get it? You have to go without for all you've taken. So what I'm going through now is not going to last forever. I know this. It's not going to last forever because I'm too determined, too committed, and I have too much of a work ethic to stay skinned. Now, my skin, I've still got a few £100 for petrol money. I've still got a few £100 for eating, right? And I'm grafting. Every penny I get goes on my daughter's school fee. So I haven't got any money to live or do anything lavish. I'm struggling to pay the school fees, but I will struggle happily because I'm free. I've got no killings, stabbing, shootings or prisons looming over my head, So the last couple of weeks is part of the process which is getting me to where I want to be eventually. And everybody knows that I want my schools, my colleges and my prisons training and focusing on changing the mindset for our youngsters to develop the skills and then the infrastructure to become billionaires. Like, there's billionaires out there. Mark Zuckerberg, what did he do? Do you understand? When you dig into these people, that are billionaires, 99.9% of them have nicked the idea of someone like us. Yeah, that's what they've done. And they've gone on to market it, promote it, and monetize it astronomically well. And that goes as far back as McDonald's, Kentucky. Do you understand? Pizza. All these shops and all these brands out there got stolen off one of the people like us. So I'm setting up an infrastructure which protects us when we have business ideas, which protects us when we have a product, which protects us so we have longevity in financial revenue streams. So you own your own IP on your products. So you own the rights to your products. So you don't get your pants pulled down by the industries, the corporates, because this is what people don't understand. And I'll give you the breakdown. The musicians, right, they sign away their intellectual property so they don't earn money for the rest of their life off their money. They only earn money, and this is only some of the artists, not all of them, because there's a small percentage of them that are on this now, but they don't hold the IP. They don't know to understand their business. They make music, they sell music, they earn a bit of money, they spend it, they make music, they earn money, they spend it. But there's a strategy where you can actually keep money coming in forever, from intellectual property on your music, from your image. And this is what I'm going to introduce to my people, right? The road people, the working class people, the ethnic people, the Irish people, the white people, the Indian people, the Croatian people, the Polish people, the Romanian people, the Indian people, the Italian people, all the people that are not English, that don't get no fair chances in life. I'm about to open up a platform and it will make me a billionaire. Not me personally, but my bloodline, because what I'm going to set up, I'm showing you all out there now, you can all do what I'm doing. And if we all do the same thing, we're all going to grow the same way. And as Andrew Pitchard told me, rising tides lifts all ships. Just make sure you're on the right tide. Right, I've got some messages. You watching the match today? No, I'm not watching the match today, unfortunately, because I'm busy spreading a message. And then after here, I've got to go and see a couple of youngsters. I've got to go and see a couple of sites, and I've got to speak to a couple of people about other things we're doing in Liverpool in the coming weeks. A rich man is not rich because of money. No, he's not a rich. No, I'm not trying to say a man's rich because of money. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. I'm not promoting money. I'm promoting achievement. I'm promoting a business infrastructure and a growth process, right? Which will be the goal. The byproduct of that goal will be wealth, not money, okay? Wealth, not money. So don't get deluded with the information that you hear. Listen to it, digest it, because it's real, right? Money's not what you want. Infrastructure, growth is what you want. Do you understand? Money's just a byproduct of something that gets used. How do you stop from blowing up? Blowing up what? I don't know what that means. Blowing up in size. We'll answer that in two different ways. If you're blowing up in size, my head, how do I stop my head from blowing up? How do I stop from blowing up? I kind of remind myself what it's like in prison, what it's like in a strip cell, what it's like sticking things up your bum. And I don't want to do it no more. And that stops me from blowing up, you know, because I might not be like you. I was the guy that actually done what I thought. So if I wanted to, if I thought I'll stab him, they got stabbed. If I thought I'll shoot him, someone got shot. If I thought I'll chop him, someone got chopped. If I thought, you know what, I want to run him over, I'll run him over. Like, you got to understand. And I'm going to do this as well because there's a couple of people out there that said a few things about me. So what I'm going to demonstrate on my next live, I'll do it next week or so. So remind me in case I forget. Do you know what I'm going to do? Pass me a pen, please. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write it in. What was I just saying? See, I've even forgot. Next week. Oh, shit. See, that's what I mean. That brain. That's what I mean about my brain. I've got to write stuff down straight away. That'll come back to me. See, and that's what people think. I'm horrible, and I'm not. I just forget things that come in. That's why I've got to write everything down that I think about. Otherwise, I lose it. Right. So blowing up. So I stopped myself from blowing up from just looking and thinking about the consequences. Riches come from within. Yes, they do. Right. So these comments, right. So riches come from within. What's your within? Right, you're making these comments, right? Now, I'm a very confrontational person, so I want to know what you mean. Business, riches come from within, right? What's your diet like? Yeah? Riches come from within. What is your diet like? Print out and send me a copy of your diet, what you eat every day. And let's see if you're rich, son. Yeah? Let's see if you're rich. Yeah? Because richness does come from within. Richness comes from an alkaline diet, right? Green tea, lemons, alkaline, fruit, veg, no meat, no sugar, no dairy. Yeah? How are you, riches? So everyone likes slinging this bit of mud, right? About my mindset, right? But you guys don't even eat the right food. Like, come on, man, look. Look, I'm 50 years of age, bruv. Yeah? Built like a bloody stallion, mate. Yeah, I'm in the gym every day. I get down, I do 80 press-ups. One go. 75 burpees. I bench press. Well, I'm not going to say what I bench press right now because I'm not doing it right now. But the last max bench press I've done was 215 kilos. 215 kilos for one press. Do you know what I mean? On my YouTube, on my Instagram, you have a look on the Smith machine, there's 200 kilo press on there as well. 200 kilo squat. Like, we get powerful, we get strong because we are rich from within. Yeah? We are rich from within. Okay? So thank you for reminding me about being rich from within because I am. And I understand that. Do you understand? Because I don't eat anything. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. I do eat something that's bad for me occasionally. I really do. So I'll tell you what I've ate bad for me in the last year, right? So in the last year, I've had one bacon sandwich. I've had 3 or 4 chickens with the family. I've had 1 shank of lamb. Thank you very much, Pat. That was my coming home dinner from Mrs. Pat Kelly. Yeah, she's done me a wicked roast and there was no way in a million years that I'm refusing my dinner from my mum Pat. Right? So that, I've had no steak. I've had a leg of lamb, 4 chickens and a bit of fish in a year. Do you know what I mean? And they're like my off days. So richness does come from within. And richness within is from your nutrients you eat, I believe, right? Brian Hall says, I'm going to expose you. He can. What, me? Mate, he can expose me. Yeah, he can expose me. It's not a problem. I don't mind. Yeah, expose me for all I am. Yeah, that's what I need, everybody to know all I am, because that will just empower the message. Do you understand? Because I weren't pretending to be Marvin Herbert. Everyone out there knows Marvin Herbert, that knows Marvin Herbert, knows Marvin Herbert was Marvin Herbert. Yeah, I didn't pretend to be anybody else. I didn't need to be anybody else. Yeah, in fact, I'd say there's a lot of people out there who used to pretend to be Marvin Herbert. And you know who you are, yeah, and I know you're watching, all of you, yeah? Come on, you know. And it's not even a joke, man. Like, now we've got people mimicking the righteousness, the goodness. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, we've wasted too much time, all these youngsters thinking it's bad, big and fucking sensible being out there, being on road doing this shit. And it ain't. Come on, man. I'm big enough, strong enough, I'm proud enough to say it ain't happening no more. And I'm going to show my youngsters how to make millions. I'm not going to take nothing from them. And the ones that are out there that are doing well, yeah, and there's out there now doing well. I don't know whether you're watching this morning, do you know what I mean? But you know I've taken nothing from you. Nothing from you, yeah? Nothing. You've been lucky if you've been able to buy a drink for me, yeah? And there ain't many of you out there that can say you've done that, right? Come on, you know me, yeah? You know me, yeah? Come on. Now, the only thing, yeah, I can't even say I've took weed off of people. When I used to smoke weed regular. Never even took that off for the youngsters. Do you know what I mean? I never took nothing for free off no one. No one younger than me, from what I can remember. Apart from people that I used to give bits to. I used to take bits off of them now and then. Do you know what I'm saying? But taking anything off my youngsters was a no-no. Bionic Steve, what do you think of him? Bionic Steve? I don't know who Bionic Steve is. If it's, the only Bionic Steve I know was, what's his name? The Bionic Man, what was his name? Steve something, wasn't it? I don't know nothing about him. Anyway, what's going on with the hair? Right, the hair. Right, everyone, it's like, look, what the hair is establishing, yeah? What the hair is establishing is, it don't matter what your hair looks like. Your hair is not going to stop your achievements. Do you know what I mean? Like, people struggle to feed themselves so they can get their hair done, so they can look the part, so they can fit in or go to the party. Like, why? Like, be you. Like, it don't matter if you ain't got an haircut. So what? And this is the mad thing. Everyone gets skids. Even the people that say they don't get shitty pants get shitty pants. Do you know what I mean? Everyone dribbles in their pants. Everyone sweats. Everyone gets BO occasionally. Do you understand? Come on, man. We're just humans. Like, this is what I'm supposed to have. But yet everyone's trying to make me to cut it off so I can look like everybody else. Why? I'm Marvin Herbert. I'm Marvin Herbert. And this is what Marvin Herbert wants to look like today. So this is what I'm going to look like today. Yeah? Why should I care what anyone thinks? Yeah. Come on, man. Be happy with you. Be happy with you. I'm going to get it platted up in a minute to see how it looks. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe if I go somewhere hot and it gets too hot and I think, you know what, I need to cut my hair. It's too hot. It's dripping in my face. But right now, Marv's loving his afro. Yeah? Oh, sorry, I'm loving it. Yeah? Certain of my pals ain't even got no hair. Do you know what I mean? Some of my pals are white all over. I've got a lovely head of hair. I'm 50 years of age and I'm proud I'm not grey and bald. Yeah? And that's why I've got Steve Austin, yeah. I said, I love Steve Austin. And he had the eye. The Bionic eye. Yeah, I love Steve Austin. Yeah, come on. Yeah. So any more questions, fire them in. So I'm going to be going soon. I just want to give you a quick rundown on what we've been doing. So you've seen the posts I put up on the Solly. We've been down the docks. We've been to the sunset. These are video clips I'll be putting up in the next few weeks. You know, we're around Liverpool. We're doing what we do. And we're building infrastructure. We're helping the youngsters grow. And we will be staying here forever. So if there's any questions or anything you need to ask, I'm going to be on there for another 20 minutes, half hour. So we will talk if you want to talk. And do you know what? I don't know. I might even flip over to a Instagram live in a minute and do a little live on Instagram. See what we're doing now. Yeah. Sick. Anything else? Any more questions, Jeeves? So is that all the questions for the day then, yeah? And do you know what I like, yeah? Has there been any abuse today? Hello? Has there been any abuse today?
Just keep going on about Bionic Steve.
Yeah, okay, but there's no abuse.
No.
So as long as there's no abuse, it's good. It's good. Because the message is working, isn't it? Like, it's doing well. And you know what? These are the early stages. So you have seen, right, what I've achieved in the last 8 months. You've seen what I've done. You've seen how busy I am. Not everything, because I ain't released most things, but you've seen how busy I am. You've seen where I am. You see where I'm going, right? So as long as you've got the same work ethic and the right product, then you're going to grow. And I'm living proof that you can do it, you know? And once you're legit, and you get everything legitimately, it's near enough impossible to take it away from you. Do you know what I mean? Like, my car, I got evicted, right? And the reason why I got evicted, and I'll let you know now, because nothing but the truth all the while, right? The reason why I got evicted was because since COVID, they shut my company, right? And I lost the business, I lost the recording studio down to the Lex, Nikolai Salves and Lewis Snellman, right? They pulled my pants down, they run away, and they acted like absolute first-class groomers, right? So it's nothing I'm focused on, nothing I'm doing, but I'm in a position right now because of what happened to me in business, because I was ignorant to business, right? They pulled my pants down, nicked the money, and because of that, I had to choose either pay my daughter's school fees, yeah, and no rent, or not pay the school fees, or some of the school fees, and pay the rent. So I didn't want to interfere in my daughter's education. So I paid the school fees and never paid the rent. And then I had a year with no rent, and they evicted me. And then because the building hadn't been paid for, and it had a £70,000 debt, and another about £80,000 rent since COVID, we had to liquidate it. So it went, and we're back to square one. So I'm going to be posting my journey from GMAT Global New Money from 2017, 2018, all the way up to 2020, and the eviction. So that'll be going up soon. So I look forward to that, because that's pretty explosive, because real scumbag behaviour went on there. And it's exciting to watch and see, you know. And what you will see is a consistent growth in the journey that I've made by staying positive and not reacting negatively, right? So I'm going to demonstrate where you end up when you're positive and without reacting negatively. And then we'll have a look at where these guys are in a year's time, and we'll weigh up who made the right choice and who's spiritually protected, you know. So I've got no ego, I've got no issues, I've got no dramas, I've got no problems. All I've got is work ethic and ideas. So what I need are products and people. And let's amalgamate, let's grow, let's build, and let's become united. Yeah? United. We are the United Kingdom. So why don't we become united? and let's just get united through business, okay? Straight businesses. If we all link up through straight businesses and we all help each other grow, then the human principle to life will kick in and we will all survive happily. And that's just logic. And when you look at the logic, it's pretty simple when you apply common sense. Common sense, like they say, is not that common. Deep. Right, so that's my little recap on the last couple of weeks. Been up on the docks, been in the hotel. Hotel's finished now, just about to get signed off. So this will be opening soon. We got another little project to execute in the next 3 weeks. When that's executed, I'll open the doors to the viewers and let you know what's available. You know, and we're rubber stamping today and tomorrow, the next few weeks. So we'll be back on you. So, hold on, we got a few more questions before we shut up. Right. Any advice on the music industry? Well, look, the music industry, this is what I can tell everybody, right? The music industry wants products that they can invest in. They don't just want somebody who thinks they're good or that because all their friends say they're good, they should get an opportunity. So, a bit of advice I can give you about the music industry is have yourself packaged up into the right package that the music industry want. So don't just turn up with one song. Don't just turn up with one idea. You're not interested. They're not interested in that. They're interested in a compilation. They're interested in storyboards. They're interested in videos. So if you turn up to speak to anybody with anything less than 20 videos and 20 tracks, they're not going to take you very seriously if you're a banging artist. If you're a rising, up-and-coming artist, you might be getting away with 5 or 6 tracks and videos. But if you're a banging artist and you're about that life and you're about that music, then you should have a trailer load of videos, a trailer load of tracks mastered and mixed. Simple. Then the music industry are ready for you as a product for them to invest in. That's my advice on the music industry. I might be wrong, I might be right, but the strategies that we use work. So, how do I keep going? I keep going with, how can I keep going? Every quest ends with a new journey. So I'm always looking for the next thing to do. I've got something here, I've built it, I'm executing it. While I'm executing it, I'm looking for something else to do. And that's it, I'm always busy. I don't sleep unless I fall asleep, you know, and people that know me know, you know, and people that know me know. And watch this, right? Now, work ethic. Now, if you're on the road and you've got a good work ethic, I'm going to show you the work ethic that I used to have, right? So, I'd wake up Monday morning, someone would say they want something on the weekend. I'd get in the fucking car and drive to Spain. Do you know what I mean? And I'd put things together and drive back. Do you know what I mean? Someone wanted something else, I'd get on a flight and I'd fly to the Caribbean and I'd fly back. Do you know what I mean? I actually go and do stuff. I don't try to get stuff off people. I just go and try to do stuff myself. Do you know what I mean? So I never give up. I keep going because I want to achieve, a different future for my bloodline. I want my great-grandkids. This is what I want. This is all Marvin Herbert's heading for, right? Here, Dad, where did all this come from? Where did we get all our wealth? Where did it all begin? And he says, well, young man, it all started one day with a little black man called Marvin Herbert from Liverpool. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm looking to change the direction of my bloodline so we can actually empower our people to run governments, run countries. You know, through business, you move into politics. Politics, you move into government. Government, you move into control. It's just a process. Everyone in government, everyone in control has started where we were. There ain't no empire built on less than a crime. Everybody knows that. Even the royal family had all their wealth built on crime. So it's not my wealth being built on crime, it's my infrastructure's been built on crime for me to grow. And I've been through everything you could ever go through, everything, apart from I haven't been sexually abused. That's the only thing I haven't had done to me. I haven't had it done to me, you know, and I've never sexually abused anyone. They're the only things that has never happened to me. But apart from that, physical trauma with abandonment, psychological trauma, I've experienced near enough everything. You know, I've been everything. I've been hurt, beaten, stabbed, shot, cut, scraped, hatcheted, axed, sworded, hammered, baseball bat, knuckle dusted, CS gas, gel, CS gas spray, ammonia. Like, I've been done with everything. Like, and I've fought through everything. So it's never give up, never give up, never go up. And there's that drive. Just that drive. Do you send your daughters to private school? Yes, I do. I thought you would be against that. No, I'm not against private school, right? Because this is the way I look at that. I haven't been correct for 42 years of my life. My programming, right, to deal with information, strategies and projects are totally alien to the middle class world. Now, what I've adopted over the last 6 years is this. Everyone's pushed me away from the middle class world forever, telling me they're no good, they're shit, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. Right? They look down their nose, everyone, they're no good, they're this, they're that, they don't get. So the middle class people have been snuffy tops that we don't really associate with. But since associating with them, I've realised that they've got the right strategy to life. Do you know what I mean? Like, for argument's sake, a middle class family, they have a problem. Yeah? Drugs, drink, alcohol, they have the same problems. The difference with them is they have the support network, infrastructure and finances to go to the proper places to get the proper treatment and the proper help and advice. From the working class environment, we haven't. And we don't get it off the government. So we fall into ruts, right? So the middle class people build in a certain way so they can deal with everything that comes their way. And obviously there is people that abuse and end up in worse states than they have to be. But I've learned a different strategy. I've learned that the working class are built to be. So this is how I see it. Working class are tools. Yeah? Middle class are infrastructure. The upper class are brains. That's how I see it. So you've got the brains, the infrastructure and the workforce. I'm not being part of that workforce no more. I'm educating myself to be part of the infrastructure. Once I've been part of that infrastructure for 10, 15 years, I should be 65, 70. Then I'll be part of the brains. I believe that because of the growth that I'm developing, you know? Yeah. So private school, the reason why my daughters went private school was because I had to get them out of my environment, my programming, my mindset. Because I don't want them being anything like me. So I thought the further they were away from me, true they were born in Spain and they're brought up with a different lifestyle, the better it would be for them. And it has turned out amazingly well, right? It really has. One of them's gone a bit off the rails, but in a way, I'll give you an example. So I've said to my daughter, who's 14, you don't realise what you're doing. Please, young lady, listen to me, listen to me. I'm your dad, I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, I've got that. Now, without batting an eyelid, yeah, my daughter went, Dad, no disrespect, yeah, but I think I'd be a bit stupid taking advice from somebody that spent 42 years of their life as a criminal, right? So from her perspective, I can understand it because she's in a network, an infrastructure of middle-class people doing well that are not going to prison. Like, why would she listen to me? Okay, yeah, because I've been through mistakes. She's going to make similar mistakes to me. Is she really? Is she really? I don't know. So what I said to her is, fine, it's not a problem. I'll be here if you ever need me to pick up the pieces. But the point to that conversation was my daughter, yeah, sees me as thick, yeah, and I'm glad she sees me as that, right? Because that's what I want. I don't want my daughters to think I'm anything but a good dad. Do you understand? Like I said to my friend the other day, once you're a dad, you're a mug. Yeah. I don't know any kids that think that their dad and their mum are smarter than them. Right? So everyone's mum is only mum and dad to their kids. And they're the ones that are scared of the mum and dads because they're being abused. I can't sort of have any comments on that. But the normal everyday kids, do you know what I mean, they're mostly the same. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. So moving forward again now, because I've got a couple more questions. So they're in boarding school because it's the best place for them. I didn't want to bring them up. I didn't want to take the chance. I didn't want to ruin their life. I never ruined my elder children's life, but I capped their potential, if that makes sense, by not being the best dad I could be. Like, if I'd have been the dad I am now 20 years ago, my kids would be in a much better place. But I can't make up for that or compensate for that, but we can make a better future for their kids, if that makes sense. And if they love and appreciate me for that, then we'll get on and look down. If they don't, then they'll die with regrets, because I know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And in the end, all my family, all my blood are going to be happy I've done what I've done. How do I keep going? Where can I get the hoodies from? The hoodies are coming as soon as I launch the Marvin Herbert new website and platform, either July or August, with the new information about something epic that's coming, yeah? I'm telling you, it's epic. And if this comes, yeah, it's next level. So I'm waiting for this date, and if I get this date, then I'm launching the website, the information, and all my merchandise, right? So the merchandise is coming within the next 8 weeks. I can promise you that. Within the next 8 weeks, my merchandise will be available on internet, or on, I don't know how they're doing it because I'm thick like that, but you'll be able to order it somewhere, right? And I'll let you know exactly where and when. Right, so that's my live for Sunday afternoon. I hope you all have an amazing week to come, and I will be speaking to you very soon. So stay safe, stay focused, stay positive, but most of all, stay united, stay calm, and stay sensible. Loads of love. Marvin Herbert, nothing but the truth. How we doing, Kwame? Yeah, I've finished that now, brother. Could you end it for me, please, my brother? See, that's the beautiful thing about this remote technology. See?